Today I'm making an asparagus and pistachio risotto. This recipe will require the use of a food processor. To start with, I'm going to fry some onion in a casserole dish. So I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons roughly of olive oil and start chopping my onion here. Just a whole onion. So cook it on a medium heat, a little pinch of salt there, and a good grind of black pepper. While the onion's on the go, I'm just going to snap off the woody ends off the asparagus. They'll break naturally at the right point. So I'm just chopping off the stems, putting them in the food processor and saving the heads for later. Once you worked your way through the entire bunch, we're then going to add 50 grams of pistachios into the food processor and blitz into a paste. At this point, our onions should be getting pretty soft now, so I'm going to add in my Carnaroli rice. Now, Carnaroli rice is probably my favourite risotto rice, but if you can't find it, you can always use arborio. Give the rice a little stir, and then chop your garlic. Add the garlic to the rice. And give it a stir. Now it's time for some broth. I have a litre of chicken stock here. You could use vegetable stock if you're vegetarian, and 250 ml of white wine. I'm just going to mix the two together into a bowl. And now I'm going to ladle a small amount of it in, just to start with. Now we're going to add our paste into the dish. So all of the pistachio paste. And then mix it in. So we're just going to keep adding a ladle of liquid at a time, gradually, slowly but surely. We want to keep this at a simmer now. We're going to top it up with liquid every now and then. We want to let it absorb in slowly. So it's going to cook at a low heat. It'll probably take like 20 minutes, but we want to get rid of all this liquid, slowly but surely adding it as it absorbs into the rice. Risotto is one of those things that you've got to keep an eye on. You can't just leave it and walk away. The rice is very close to al dente now. We're about 5 minutes or so away until it's ready. So it's time to add in our asparagus heads, like so. We're going to stir them in, and they're just going to cook in the last 5 minutes or so. Next, we're going to grate in about 100 grams worth of parmesan. Make sure you stir all the cheese in, keeping the whole mixture stirring as you've been doing the whole time. Don't want the bottom to catch. Look at that, nice and gooey and starchy. We're going to keep this cooking for about another 5 minutes or so, and it should be ready to plate up. Right, the risotto's ready, let's plate up. Beautiful bowl of risotto. We're just going to finish it off with a few pistachios on top just to make it look a bit pretty. And there you have it. Beautiful asparagus and pistachio risotto. Delicious. If you give the recipe a go, let me know how you got on the comments down below. See you next time.